They wouldn't feel scared that you mention things like that, like on a first meeting, but definitely will let them know what you're looking for.
So another question from Julius: how would you compare Costa Rican women to the culture of Colombian women? Any huge difference? I'm sure you're Colombian, right? You were in
Yes, I
Colombia.
am Colombian and I can answer that question to you, sir. I can do that. So,
Yeah.
well, the ladies here, they are more, I would say that they are more like family oriented. I know in Colombia they are also like that, but here the bound it is kind of big. Like for example, if you get to know a lady, it is the family, the grandmother and the grandfather, and it is a huge family. So in Colombia we are more like, maybe we keep that aside a bit, but here it is huge. For example, even the children, even if they are grown ups, like they would have like 22 years or something like that, the mother will still care for the children. So not in a way that it would be like the mother has to be there all of the time for a kid that is, or a child that is 25 or something like that, but they are always being part of their lives, and they really want to spend time with them and so on. But yeah, it is kind of similar. It is kind of similar in many ways, and family is always number one for us in Latin America, always number one.
So how long is the average courtship process? I mean, what people date before they get engaged? 2 months, 6 months, a year? What do you think?
Well, I noticed that there have been some engages for like just at the tour, like 5 days, 7 days. So it sometimes it works out, but I mean it really depends on the connection. One thing that you must keep in mind, besides just time, it is the connection. I mean, you feel the connection or you just don't. If you don't, just don't force it. It won't work out. So it is important to pay attention to the signals. And for example, if you feel like that's the right person and the other person feels the same way, so that's what it counts, I would say.
But how long do you think it's gonna take? So two people met and in committed relationship, more or less, and but before they decide to proceed with fiancé visa, so before they make it really official with the proposal, so do you think they're gonna file for fiancé visa after they met? So met on a tour. So how long is gonna be the process between the tour and fiancé visa? How long is that gap? Like with Ukraine,
Usually,
people usually do it for a year, for example, plus minus quite
uh-huh.
often. What about Costa Rica?
Yeah, it's about that frame of time, that it is 9 or 10 months, and during that time we have noticed that the men would come back to Costa Rica, or they will meet someplace else, like in Mexico, for example, that we Costa Ricans don't need a visa to go to Mexico, and the idea is like to spend time together and find out if they are really meant to be for one another.
What should men know about dating Costa Rican women that most of us screw up once we get there? So what guys should know about Costa Rican women before they travel to Costa Rica?
Well, I would say that well, everything here goes like very slow. When you get to know somebody, maybe it is important that you focus on what things are important to you, and what things you expect from that person. For example, if your expectations are to move here, or maybe bring the lady back to the States, you have to be clear about that, because there is a huge difference between the ladies from Costa Rica and other countries. Many of them, they really like living here, so it's better just to set expectations on what the men can offer to that lady, so that they know if they have the chance to come to Costa Rica and live here. For example, the man has the chance to come here and live here, and just go from there, because once you settle the basis of what a relationship could be, then you move forward and get to know the person better and see what happens. But usually I would say that that's like a good recommendation for when you start getting to know somebody. They wouldn't feel scared that you mention things like that, like on a first meeting, but definitely will let them know what you're looking for.
travel to exciting places and meet hundreds of stunning single women. Check out our website at
firstlatinwomen.com.